Hello all, this is Joe Hooker 11, bringing you the next episodes, episode 3 of the Joe Hooker 11 show, season 2, 2015. Now, I know that there wasn't a lot of people watching this show beforehand, so, I'm not going to explain why I've taken forever to release the new episodes and whatnot. Anyways, as you've probably noticed through the channel, I've been releasing a lot of gaming videos lately. And as I explained on there, well, actually, I'm not going to go into explaining the videos or whatnot because, you'll just have to watch the videos yourself to figure out why I do them the way that I do. But what I'm going to be doing is today is reviewing my Colt Army 1860 Black Powder Revolver. Now, this is made by the Italian company Pieta. There's two companies that make black powder revolvers, at least en masse, Ubretti and Pieta. They're both based out in Italy, and from my understanding, the Ubretti is actually the better quality guns. But if you're wanting the more historically accurate looking weapons, you go with Pieta. And I don't know, this is my first black powder revolver that I've used. I've had it for 2 years, but I wasn't able to take it out until the other day to go shoot. And again, I'm not going to go into the whole story about why it took me so long to take it out shooting, but it wasn't for lack of wanting to take it out. Now, as I said, this is my first experience with the black powder revolvers, so I can't compare with any other guns that are out there. But, so to start off, talk about kind of the gun itself. Now, it's got a round barrel. It's 7.5 inches, I believe. It's got a curved handle. The handle I like a lot because it's easy to grip in the hand. It's very smooth to pull back the trigger and the hammer. Half cock to load. Chamber spins freely, which are 6 chambers in there for rounds, and full back to fire. Smooth firing, and if you want to just let down the hammer gently, you take this trigger right here and you hold on back here with your thumb, you push down with your trigger finger, and then you slowly slide it in. It's the best way to not fire it if you don't want to fire it. Well, besides not having loaded in the first place. I hear that Pieta used to be very inaccurate with their weapons, but when I took this out the other day, it was very accurate. I fired about 20 rounds, and about 14 of them were hits. Now, I'm not that great of a shot, obviously. Anyways, I mean, this is a very easy weapon to handle. When I fired it, I was expecting there to be a big kick or a big jump as I tried to fire the weapon. But no, there's a little bit of a pull, but it's nothing that you can't handle, especially if this is your first gun that you've ever had. My little brother, I let him use it. My little brother is 13. He had this little 9mm, and he also used this one. My dad was with us, and that was his gun, so anyways, that's beside the point, but he was able to use this weapon just fine. So it's a very good weapon, and as a matter of fact, the 3 shots that he fired out of it, he got 2 out of 3 shots in there. So this is a very easy weapon to use for anybody who wants to use it. Now, the only problem I had with this gun was the wedge. This is a well-documented case by Pieta that if you get the Pieta guns, the wedges do not come out for some reason. You can get them out, but it takes a lot of work. I spent over a week trying to get the wedge out after I went shooting. You're supposed to take it apart when you first get it to clean off the extra film of grease that's on there, but it took me 2 years to get this out to firing. I just didn't have all the stuff for it to fire. It took me that long to get them all together. So there wasn't the extra layer of grease by the time I took it out firing. But it took me over a week to get this out. I mean, I did everything I was told. I had one of my roommates to give me a hand while I was trying to pull it out. I eventually had to take it to a gunsmith to take it out, the wedge out. And the reason why that is because Pieta makes these a perfect fit. They make the wedge and the opening perfect to keep it from falling out. I don't know why it has to be so perfect. I hear that the Berettas don't have this problem. And as you can see, there's a lot of scratches on this gun, and this is from one time trying to take it out. So if you're going to get the Pieta gun, I would actually advise taking it over to a gunsmith to get it pulled out. It's just going to be the easiest thing to do that I've found. But I've actually worked around this. I did not push the wedge all the way back in. It's basically there, but you can see that there's a tad bit of a gap between the edge and the wedge, and that's so that way I don't have to keep on fighting to get it out. I hear that after a couple times in and out, it will break in, but until then, I'm not going to worry about trying to mess with it. With it that much. It should still stick in, and yeah. But anyways, like I said, this is a very nice gun. It's made me want to go get another gun. I'm thinking of getting the Griswold and Gunnison gun. That's also made by Pieta, so I'm going to follow my own advice and take the gun over to a gunsmith after I get it to remove the wedge, so that way I don't have to worry about the wedge. But I highly recommend this to anybody who's wanting a black powder revolver. And yeah, that's basically it for this episode. And hope you guys enjoyed watching. Leave a comment, subscribe or whatnot, whatever you guys want to do. And I will see you next time on the Joe Hooker 11 Show.